Alright, and I think we're alive. So yeah, I'm setting up payments for School Rank Tracker, and I'm actually creating the account right now. So I figured I'd record that as well. So first up, this is what it looks like. I just created an account, and I'm setting up my first product. So I don't know if it's let's put in a School Rank Tracker. I have no idea if this is the like tier name or product name. I suppose it's the product name since that's what it's asking. Right, pricing, one-time purchase requiring a subscription. We have day, week, month, year. Let's do monthly. Currency, I mean, USD is fine. Fixed price is probably fine. And then let's do, I think 19. I think that's fine. We probably can add some more. And no free trial period. Alright, automate benefits. No benefits available. Create product, and let me see how it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Right, and we have convex already, so this is fine. And I just need to create the access token. All right, so I have the account, and we can go through the documentation here. Prerequisites, convex app, we have that. Polar account, create an organization, generate an organization token with permissions. And we need to have these permissions. And then install. And then npx convex environment set, that one. And then it should be good to go. All right, we have an example here. I think we can copy that. Let's do plan mode. Let's add payments using Polar .sh with this application. Need to convex documentation here. Let's please research the app, figure out how use parallel sub-agents to do that research, then ask a few questions to clarify things and asking you to decide. Here's the thing needs to be decided. Then create a plan for that impact. Right, let's put this full screen. There we go. And I think we can hide that for now. Make this a little bigger. There we go. Let's do one community, 3 keywords. let's do payment required before doing sign up. And there is no feed here. Let's do just that. And yes, admins get unlimited access. All right. So pretty good questions to clarify. All right, and we have the plan here. So yeah, let's build that. While that builds, I think I can set up the access token. All right, we have that. Okay. So let me actually show that as well. Can't show the actual access token, but when we click create access token, we have a bunch of different options here. Expiration is 30 days. Okay. And then we have these. We need to add these ones. Okay, let me do this. So we need to add products read, products write, subscriptions read, subscriptions write, customers. Where are customers? Customers read, customers write. Then checkouts read and write. There we go. Checkout links, read and write. Customer portal, read and write. There we go. And then customer session write. So these are the ones that we need to set. And I think the 30-day expiration is too short. So let's do one year for now. App production. I mean, let's do School Rattracker production. Right. And then create organization access token. And then it's copy to clipboard. I'll save it to a safe place. We'll go. Alright, we have the access token. What else is there to do? And one thing was to create that. Okay, so the first step is to do this one. So let's do that. And let's also check how the build is doing in the meantime. Yep, it's still building, so let's do this one in the meantime. So I'll copy this. There we go, and I'll hide that. There we go. And if I'm not completely mistaken, I probably should set that to like production as well. Might be just prod. Okay, I think I've set that now. How is this working on here? Okay. Payments, component setup, subscription gate, and sign up flow, usage limits, pricing page and customer portal, landing page and documentation. Polar dashboard, create Polar account and organization, check. Create a 19-month recurring product, check. Create a webhook. Okay, so we have create a webhook and webhook secrets in Polar dashboard using your convex. But if we look at the go to dashboard, right? Yeah. Okay, I can't really show this since it would show my access token, unfortunately. Let me see if I can do something about that. Let me see what that does. Okay, so we have this big go to dashboard button. So let's click that. And looks like this is fine. All right, what was the next? We have payment processing is not available yet. You complete all steps before below to start accepting payments from customers. Alright, so let's complete the setup then. So basically they ask for social media accounts. Suppose this is a light version of like KYC in your customer. And this will never be shown publicly. What do you sell? I sell school SEO analytics micro SaaS at $19 per month per community. How will you integrate Polar into your business? Where customers will see Polar, what features you'll use, and how it fits to your workflow. And check out on our website, API for subscription billing. I will just copy paste on checkout. Check out on our website, API for subscription billing, webhooks for user access. And then that's basically what I'm doing now. Main customer acquisition channel. Main customer acquisition channel is like website and SEO, social media, I suppose. School counts as social media, and sales. Expected annual revenue. I have no idea. Like, let's do 1,000. No idea. Submit for review. This information cannot be changed once submitted. Are you sure? In that case, I do want to check that I have access to the email address I put on the. Let's change this to another email. Really should probably set up a website for myself. Okay, submit. Our AI is reviewing your organization details against our acceptable use policy. This typically takes 1 or 2 minutes. And I think I can show that. So after filling in everything, here, this is what it looks like. And we can close that. All right. Set up your Stripe account to receive payments. Continue with that. Set up account. All right. Email address, phone number. Verify phone number. And it looks like I might be in. Yes, that is the correct business type. And then personal details. Legal last name. Date of birth. And this probably wants to do KYC, which is a shame since I can't really do KYC on. Well, this one I actually want to pull in OBS here. How do I... And I suppose I can just do this. And so it asks for like a bank number, bank account number. So let me get that real quick. Alright, copy the account number. Let's put that there. Continue. Log out of the bank. Alright. That looks to be fine. Account onboarded. And then it wants to verify my identity. Which I most likely want to do on my phone. Okay, I don't have my wallet with me, so I'll go get that. Alright, let's do KYC. And I can actually show, I think I can show this one. So account is verified, and then I can actually verify my identity. That's the last step. That's the last step, and then it should be good to go, I would imagine. Alright, let me see. Camera permission required. Your browser is blocking access to your camera. Okay, let's then. The browser has access to the camera, so that should be fine. Is it just the site? How do I, in the browser, actually enable? Can you please update? For whatever reason, camera permission required. Start identity verification. Let me actually. It should be fine. I'm ready, and then it just doesn't. No, it just doesn't open the camera, even though the permissions, as far as I can tell, are. Your browser is blocking access to your camera. Can I somehow... Site settings maybe? Camera. Okay. A site can ask for your camera, so it should just ask for it. Can I somehow enable it for this specific site? Help block that party cookies. Other options, what does that? Having trouble, use a different device. Let me just reload the whole site, whole page. Start identity verification. Agree and continue. I am ready. And then this should ask for the camera, but instead it just tells me nothing works. Third-party cookies are allowed, and there isn't much I can do in the settings. Let's move that aside. I'm not quite sure what to do here. And I can try another device if that helps. And I probably should try another browser. That might be it. Instead of another device. Oh. Try to open Chrome, but it opens up. Interesting, why can't I open Chrome? Oh, it does open Chrome. Get started, continue with GitHub. Okay, let's see if this works now. Accept. Agree and continue. I'm ready. And it still doesn't work. What's going on? I mean, the camera overall works. Okay, I mean, let's just try another device then. Get started, log in. Complete setup. Accept everything. Start identity verification. Agree and continue. I am ready. And this doesn't work. Other options, use a different browser. Close. Okay, I mean, let's try a different browser then. But yeah, this starts to seem like not my problem. I mean, or nothing I can actually fix here. Which is a shame. Complete setup. Start identity verification. Click close, let's close that one. Start identity verification. Agree and continue. I'm ready. And yeah, so do two different devices, two different browsers. Sure, why not? Let's install Firefox, for example. A completely different browser. Okay. Follow.sh. Okay, I'm in, and then let's check the permissions. Camera. Allow while using the app. Location, sure. Microphone. Photos and videos. Okay. Music and audio, I'm not sure, why not? Notifications, all Firefox notifications, okay. So I have now enabled everything, all the permissions. Let's try it again. Start identity verification. Agree and continue. I'm ready. Grant access. Allow. All right. Okay. Now it works. Now it works. Let's add some light here. And then the flip side. Low. Yep, that's a good photo. And then it most likely wants to take a selfie. Great, checking your images. We are reviewing your details. Thank you for submitting your information. Right. So Stripe is doing the KYC for me right now. And that should be it. Let's reload the page on the computer. And yes, looks like everything is fine. Okay. Awesome. So moving on, the next step is set up Polar webhooks. How do I do that? Create a webhook and webhook secret. Home. Products, maybe. There's the product. How do I add a webhook? Integrate checkout. Checkout links, discounts, benefits, members, customers, analytics, sales, finance, settings, identifier. Developers, webhooks. So okay, so it's under settings and webhooks. There we go. And let's see what happens if I do add endpoint. Okay, so add endpoint looks like this. What do we need to add? We need to add product.created. Where's product.created and updated? Subscription created and updated. Okay. Enable the following events: product and created, subscription created, subscription updated. And then the URL is Convex site URL. So I'm assuming this is production URL. Where do I actually find the URL? I suppose it's just this one. We can just copy paste. Ah, there we go. It's the .site version. There we go. So the URL is .site, and you can find that from just like your Convex dashboard and, for example, health. Yeah, I think I can show this. So just from here, you can check it out. And then my webhook name. Format. Right, yeah, we need to add this one. And then format, I suppose, is just raw. The options are raw, Discord, and Slack. So I think we will do just raw. And yeah, I think I can show this as well. So it looks like this. I have no idea what the name should be, but let's go with SchoolRank Tracker subscription. The URL, that's my URL, then raw, and then enable those events. Create. And now, yeah, it does show you the secret immediately, so let's not show that. All right. And then the next step is run this. Do we have, yeah, we have that one already enabled, and then we can copy in the secret. And then also let's save the prod as well. I suppose it works, and we can actually check if it's just prod. Polar webhook secret. Yes, it's supposed. I mean, at least that works. I don't know if the prod is required. Okay, register the webhook handler in your in that file. Be sure to run this one to start the app. Then create product in Polar. How do I create a product? I have a product created already. For each pricing plan you want to offer, the product data will be synced to your Convex app automatically. Initialize the Polar client, create a Polar client in your Convex backend. Okay, so let's go to the cursor then. I have now created Polar account and organization, added there we go. Created a webhook. Added and environment variables Convex prod. What's next? In the Convex dashboard, run Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up. Okay. If the product was created before the webhook existed, SendGit sign in as admin emails. In the convex dashboard, run the Polar sync products action. Where do I find such an action? Functions. And also, like, how would I write? Polar sync products. Oh, it's that easy. Okay, so in the convex dashboard, run the Polar sync products. So it looks like this. In functions, Polar sync products, and then run function. Confirm. Unlock edits, run action. Admin access required. Interesting. For some reason it tells me to first log in, so let's do that. Run action. No, it's still failing. Okay, in the meantime, the application looks like this. So Cursor has definitely done something here. Complete the payment on community daily discovery tracking 3 SEO search query keywords, unlimited history, product not configured, set Polar product ID. Okay, I mean, let's do that then. Let's just set the product ID. Where do I find it? Copy its product ID, catalog. There we go. And where do I find copy product ID? I mean, that sounds about right. And let's do. Now let's actually try if I don't put in the prod. Does it still update it to prod? So run npx convex and set Polar product ID. And then let's check if it's actually updated. Settings, environment variables. It did not, so I do need to add the prod option there. And then let's reload. Yep, that's there then. Okay. Okay. So it looks like I'm in. And then let's sign out and sign in again, but with a different account. Let's try that one. And this is not an admin account now. It's still complaining about the product ID not being there. Okay, let me see. So it works for the admin account, but it doesn't work for just a normal account. I mean, we can just try signing up, I suppose. Sign in, sign up, and create a new account. And I think it's this one that we just created. Create account. And it claims that product not configured. Set product, polar product ID. I added that product ID to Convex. But I'm still getting when I'm trying to sign up with a new test account. It redirects to pricing. Just please analyze. It might be wrong here. Signing with admin account worked just fine. How do I run sync products? When you add, please add a button to the admin interface that I can just click to sync products from Okay, so let's read through this. I had created the product before doing the setting up the webhooks. So if the product was created before the webhook existed, Convex never received it. So get configured products returns standard monthly undefined. And then why admin works, admins bypass the subscription gate and never hit the checkout. Never hit the checkout page. Sorry, hit the checkout product logic. So the fix is to run sync products. Sign in with an admin account, open settings, open admin controls, sign in. All right, settings, admin controls. It might take a while actually for the updates to actually build and ship. All right. All right, now we have sync Polar products. Clicking it gave me okay, so the button is there and looks like it's calling it just fine. But for some reason it is failing. Okay, so it's just improving the error handling first. Did you push it to and you should see the actual message. Let's check the actual instructions. So Polar, let me see. Let's initialize the Polar client. Products created prior to using components needs to be synced with Convex using the sync products function. Display products and prices, list all products, add subscription UI components, handle subscription changes, access subscription data. All right, but I'm not seeing any mentions about the server. Okay, let's see if we get the proper error message now. Also, where should we get the error message? From browser dev. I bet that the sync actions return real error instead of throwing Convex was hiding the underlying error and only showing generic server error to the client. Okay. And now we should see the actual error message. Just need to wait a while for the updates to come in. And now we can try it again. And for some reason we still get just a generic error. Which doesn't tell us much. Okay, I mean, I suppose we can go to convex logs as well. And check what happened like a couple minutes ago, a minute ago. From convex function sync products duration action requests functions called, and then and also, and I probably should just show this. So yeah, let's do this. So in convex we have logs, and from here I just copy pasted these logs. There's a nice copy button there. Okay. Polar client defaults to sandbox. Seriously? No, it's not a sandbox. Other things to verify: token validity, create an organization token. Ensure that the token has. Where do I find the tokens? Count settings. That's not developer. Update. Access tokens never used. Products read. Products write. I do have the correct. I mean, as far as I can tell, I have the correct things enabled. Discounts, email, events, license, members, notifications, organization payments. I mean, how do I even test that this works? Okay, I mean, let's just try to sync Polar products. Check Polar config. Interesting, that fails. And also syncing the products fails. Okay, so I suppose we need to actually deploy first. Okay, so now let's try again. So I would like to show a lot more here, but Polar config set, webhook secret set, product ID set, server default sandbox. I failed to get products set Polar server to production if your product isn't Polar. Okay, sync Polar products. Failed to get products. Let's check manually. Let's check manually that the organization key works. Please give me a command run to check that the organization key can actually read the products. This is most likely just something stupid that I forgot to click somewhere or something like that. Use these commands to confirm your organization token can list products. What's the difference? Oh, right. Let's try this one. Actually, we have this console here. Okay, so let's get the organization token. Okay, clear. And Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that then. All right. This gives me nothing, no output. And then, so it looks like the organization token is fine, since I'm not getting any sandbox invalid token emissions token is not valid for the sandbox API, fair enough. Invalid JSON, so JQ fails. Let's remove the JQ part since I tried it without the JQ. Very interesting that it doesn't give me an error at all. It's empty in your shell. Interesting. Inspect the production response. Okay. Use L to follow redirects. There we go. I just paste all of this. Let me actually paste this one. And then items. I have no idea if the ID here is, if the ID is public or not. And then create and modified. And organization ID is that one. Let me skip the organization ID. And then metadata. Again, ID. And then source, catalog, amount type fixed, product ID. And product ID there, type recurring. I think that's it. So I think we've kind of found the problem. Honestly, I have no idea what the problem here is. So the problem is almost certainly that Convex is using Sandbox API. But Okay, I mean we can run this. We for sure. Why not? And then also set it to production. But honestly, why? Right. So this should work since this automatically follows redirects, and it was just curl that didn't work. Okay, so the actual looks like the documentation was out of date, and we need to add this one, Polar Server Production. All right, beautiful. Which means that we can sign out. And let me actually sign in with the new e-account. We'll sign in, and there we go. Complete your payment. Let's see what happens if I just click subscribe now. Yeah, it shows my... Okay. Oh. Yeah. Alright, so sign in. I'll delete this email, so that's fine. Sign in. Complete your payment. I mean, there should be a little bit more margin there. Subscribe now. And then asks me how I want to pay for this. Okay. That's beautiful. That's beautiful and absolutely wonderful. All right. I suppose that's it. I suppose that's it. It seems to be working now. It seems to be working now. And Polar just handles everything, all the payments and everything, all that fun stuff automatically for us. Let me try. We have value added tax. So it adds taxes automatically on top of it. Oh, now it kicked me out. I can't do anything right now. I can't log out. I can just close the tab right now. Okay, so there are some minor tweaks and probably some logic that needs to be added. But for now, this looks like it's working. All right, thank you for watching. I think that's it for today. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.